Hi Rachel. Hi Betsy. Hi Nancy. Yes, Rachel, doing good. How are you? So we'll wait like another couple of minutes for people to join in. Thanks, Rachel. That's so sweet of you to say that. I'm also happy to. I wait for the sessions. Tuesdays, I don't plan any other class. I just keep it free for me so that. So we'll just wait for another a minute more. We'll just wait for people to join in, and then we'll start the session. So let's go. So welcome to another nice session on meditative and relaxation. Thanks for joining again. This is my 49th session. So the next week will be the 50th session. And it so happens that today, 2 years back, I started this journey of being a certified Zentangle. I was in the USA 2 years back. At this time, I'm in the USA waiting to get myself certified. Um, Good to see you all again, and so let's start our session. So I'm grateful to you, and let's relax. And this is a small note to say that I'm a certified Zentangle teacher from the Zentangle Inc, and I'm authorized to teach Zentangle art form, the true art form. And the session what I'm taking is only for your personal use. No further use of it. You could share it with friends, but no commercial or for teaching purpose, because this video and the sessions are completely proprietorship of mine. So that's was a small note which states, this is a disclaimer for that. And I take Zentangle other classes, which is my paid classes, which is the beginners, the introduction classes, and the advanced classes. So please feel free to uh, take classes. So let's start. Let's relax ourselves. I will introduce the tool after the our relaxation session. So let's relax. Stretch your hands, stretch your arms, relax your shoulders, rotate your neck, keep it in a relaxed place, sit in a comfortable place. Just give a nice push to your back, relax yourself. We all breathe. We know breathing is important, and Zentangle is related to breathing. Every stroke is related to your breath. As you breathe, we make a stroke and we draw and we make beautiful art form. Zentangle teaches us to, it's not that the art form is on what you create, is the end result is what is more important than, end result is not what is important, is the process. As you enjoy the process of the creation, your end result is beautiful. So just enjoy the process, create it, enjoy it, and appreciate yourself. So we will do a conscious 6 deep breaths. We'll take a nice deep breath of 3 and another 3. In the first 3 we take a normal deep breath and exhale. In the last 3 what I do is that we will inhale with beautiful thoughts, memories, taking in, and exhale whatever we don't want, and we just say let it go and we exhale it out. And when we inhale, we just inhale with a beautiful smile on our face, relaxing ourselves. And in the end, after the 6th count of our breathing, we just take a gratitude from our heart and mind and soul. Thank you to anyone whom you want to give a gratitude at this particular hour. We just say that and slowly open your eyes, and then we start our session. Okay, just take a normal breathing. Take normal breathing. Take a nice deep breath and slowly exhale it out. Take another nice deep breath and slowly exhale it out. Take another nice deep breath and slowly exhale it out. The next deep breath, we are going to bring in a smile and going to take in good memories and happiness into our mind and heart as we take a breath. So let's take a nice deep breath, bringing in a smile on our face, and let it go. Take another beautiful inhale it with a beautiful smile on your face, and let it go. Let's take another last deep breath with a beautiful smile on your face. Let's take a breath and let it go. Let's do our gratitude. And slowly open your eyes. Welcome. So we're going to do Zentangle. The tools what I use is the Zentangle 3.5-inch tile. If you do not have this Zentangle tile, you can use any of your art stock, good art paper, or you could use a sketchbook or any paper which doesn't bleed. It is good to use your pen. So that's enough, because we are more wanting to enjoy the process than your creativity. So we just want to, if you do it, it's good, because that's the respect to your art form. When you use the right supply of art supply, you give the right respect to your art form. So I'm going to use a Sakura Micron pen. Today I'm going to use a brown color pen, and these are my graphite pencil and graphite pencil and my stub. And this is a Zentangle graphite pencil and a stub. And if you do not have this graphite pencil, you can use a normal graphite pencil of a 2B or a 3B. We're good to go with it. And the stub is, you can either use a stub or you can use a tortillon, and either of these is good enough we give a shading. Once you do a shading with your graphite pencil, we just give a smoothing effect with the graphite pencil, the stub, which kind of gives a nice 3D effect to your art form. So we are good. So this is a small note to say that I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, to teach authorized to teach the Zentangle art form from the Zentangle Inc, who are the creator of this beautiful art form. And no further use of the art class what I'm taking by anyone for commercial or for any teaching purpose. If you need, you can always take a class from me, or you can direct them to me so that I could take a class. So we just leave the relax message. So we'll go for our practice. So today we're going to do a pattern called Paisel. We're just going to do one pattern. It's called as Paisel, P-A-I-Z-E-L, right? And this is by a certified Zentangle teacher. Her name is Angie Van Gallis. She's a certified Zentangle teacher. And today, like what I've been telling you for the last 2 sessions, that I am joining the event which has been organized by the Japanese Certified Zentangle Teacher. So it is called as TU Tangle. This is to celebrate the monsoon period. They have an event which has been organized, which is there on the Facebook. So it is by one of my person who had done the Certified Zentangle Teacher class seminar along with me in the USA. She's from Japan. It's her. They have a prompt for every alternate day. So this is one of our prompt which I'm taking. It is by the Sayomi, is the Japanese Certified Zentangle Teacher, whose prompt I'm taking it today for. And this is something which is like a, it's like this, which is used as a in the Japanese, they use it as a what do you call it? It's like a pendant, which is a very good sign. It's a good sign on it. So it's basically, she's come up with nice thoughts to it, which is saying that current situation which we all are going through, so it is just that we all get back to normal, just do a small prayer, so kind of a thing. So she's used this, yeah, I got the word, it's called the amulet. Sometimes you get stuck on words. So this is what is the prompt which we're going to use. So we will see how we're going to use the prompt with this pattern today. Okay, and Paisel is a very nice, if you remember that we do most of the classes, I keep having something called as fescue. So this is something starts like a fescue, but a little not too running around, but a little disciplined fescue who goes. And then what we do an aura of it. We just do an aura, right? And then once we're done with the aura, we just do small orbs as an embellishment. Just keep doing it all around. Keep doing it. Take your own time and keep doing it. Right? And then what we do an aura on these, for these ones. Just follow it. Just follow it. And if you want these orbs to be little bigger, you can do it little bigger. You don't want it to be too small, you can go ahead and do it little bigger. That's not a problem. Just keep doing the aura. And then we will do one more fescue, like the fescue, but a disciplined fescue is it, because our fescue always has running around. So this is little, and then again we do an aura. Right? And then we again do the, see, now I'm going to do a little bigger orbs. So right, and then we do again aura of this, right? And this gap, what we draw some line strokes which is not in the same direction. So we fill the gap with these kind of a thing. Now if you want to do this aura a little further down, you can do the aura. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another fescue out here with a disciplined fescue. See, I'm going to draw. So you keep growing, so it will keep growing like this. So I'm going to stop with this. With this pair I'm going to stop off. So you can grow, so you can do it as borders, you can do as a filler, and if you want to do it as a put in between some patterns, you want to just put this in, you can do it to decorate, embellish it, or it just can be free flowing also. It can be just free flowing, so it's not that you need to use it as a border or anything. You can just, or you just use this pattern as just as a single pattern. So today we're going to use it as a single pattern, and we're going to use the prompt from the Japanese CZT's event. Just do it slowly. Just enjoy the process. Relax yourself. Right? Just doing the filling the gap. So just fill it up, and then what we do the shading of it. I would want, I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to do the inner shading, just the inner part of it. I'm just going to shade this inner one. I'm just going to use my stump. That's it. So this is what we're going to fill it. So when you do it in a border, it looks nice. As a border, it looks nice, and I will show you those different takes of this. So let's do it in, so you're fine, right? So we create our tile, right? So we're going to use this puzzle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just going to draw a circle. Right? So I've drawn a circle. If your circle is little, this one is also fine. Then what we draw a line across from this side to this side, and we're going to draw again another line from this end to this end. So I do a circle, and then I've drawn a line across. So since we draw our strings very light, so I'm just coming a little closer to show. Thanks, Suma. So I'm just coming a little closer to show the tie, because the strings are always drawn very light. Then what we do, from this edge to this edge, we will just do a kind of a curve. She actually used a methodology, but then to do that it takes a time, so I'm just doing it right. So I just did a small curve here, and I did a small curve on the other. So here on in this side, and this was on this side. So what we get is out here, I'm just going to ink it up, because I'm going to ink it up, so I'm darkening up this. Right, and the other side is going to be so we get it. So we get this equal, the kind of equal to each other. So as you do, just relax. So now I'm going to take my pen. I'm going to use my brown pen. And I'm just going to ink the outer line. Just the border, I'm just going to ink it up. Right. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start it drawing the fresco. This fresco has been given the name as disciplined fresco. I'm drawing the ops. And this string, which is kind of bringing in balance to life, to whatever, so the good to bad kind. Right, so now I'm going to do another. So you will keep finding me moving my tile till I find myself comfortable about it. Right, right, and then we go around this. Just go in the random opposite directions, that they're not in the same direction. Right, and then we keep continuing. Now we're just going to go at random, and we're going to just keep doing this. since the inner one has to be filled, you can just do these ones and then come back for the filling in the inner ones. It can be at random. It's not that you will have to follow, just that it touches the other one, it becomes easier to get you the enclosure. That's it. Just keep doing it. It's very simple. And I shown you this, we would have felt it has been complex. So this is very simple. It looks complex, but it's very simple. Right? Just keep now do the aura. And if you find a place where when your this has come and it's kind of, you can't draw another, so you can just draw these lines and complete it off. Right? I'm just going to leave these blank spaces and I will come back. So I'm just going to show the same way what I told you now. So you see, this is going behind. So it's that kind of right? So it need not be like this, it can even go in this direction. It's just random movement. So we can now go to this direction also. So you're just going to fill it up. You want to go in this particular place, if you want to do a, if you feel you want to do any of these places, if you feel like inking it, thickening it up and that place, you can go ahead and do it. If you feel that this needs to be thickened up and then you want to draw an orbs, you can do that also. Right? And we just keep doing this. So if you see it, just keep doing the repeat, and we're not getting, because you get to focus. So if I'm going to lose focus and I'm going to talk to you people or watch, if you're asking for some queries, my flow of things can happen, And if you see that I pause on to when I'm doing a conversation, is because my mind is going into focus and my words don't come. So that's what the beauty of this art form is. Right? So we've done this, we're going to finish. So if you want, we can just go back and just kind of fill this up, gap. Right? So it'll look really kind of, very decorative kind of a. Hope you're liking it. Right? So let's go into this direction and let's do an aura. You're able to see, right? Someone can give me a thumbs up. Are you able to see my video? Okay, thanks. Because the other phone I had kept it, that's kind of paused up, so I was not sure. Because it had been pouring the last week, so I just kept another phone for this one. So I was not sure whether we lost our link or is it the other phone didn't work. Thanks for giving me the thumbs up. Let's continue. I think that connectivity, that network problem I'm having. So I'm just going to looking at in which direction to So here you might have more of line strokes. Right, so let's do another one from this angle to this angle. This Fesco has been really disciplined, not being dancing around. Right, so we're just going to leave it here because it's already out there. Or if you want to, let's see, if I do something, it's not going to work out, so we're just going to leave that space and we're just going to enter now, drawing these lines, strokes. Right, just going to fill in all these pieces. Right. Hi Dina. So this is being a small space, so I'm going to just try, yeah, I'm going to do both the directions. It's at random, so the strokes are, lines are just at random, we do that. Okay, and given the space is going to be more, so we will end up right. So you're done with our work, the main one we have done. Now what I'm going to do is, okay, let me ink this one also. Right, and then what I'm going to do is use my pencil. I'm going to just draw lines just behind it, just straight lines, just give a little, you want to do leave it blank, you can leave it blank, you want to do a nice little outer border to it, and then you want to fill this pattern, you can fill this pattern. You can draw this line with a pen also, but since I'm demonstrating and I'm showing it in pencil, and then because anyway I'll be inking it on top of it, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw again lines which are again in the cross. So I'm just going to get some grids. So I'm just going to get nice right. So we're just going to ink that up. Just going and inking it up. You don't want to do this, you just want to do another, like I said, another outer border for this, and you want to do the same pattern, or you just want to ink it up completely, giving a little white space, negative space. That also is good. You can do anything at the back, or you just want to leave it as such. That also is good. Right, and I'm just going to ink this up a little more, just giving a little bit thicker border. You can draw like no aura, and then you want to fill it up, you can do that. Like this, the way I'm trying to tell, you can just do that and then fill it up also. Right, and then we just go back onto the outer of this. So the pen is what I'm using is a pen nib, is a plastic nib pen, PN we call it. So that can, with pressure, you can get a thick and thin lines also. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go round, just going to put just on the junction, just rounds, just the same rounds, orbs. So I'm just going to make circles. Just going to do that. Then we'll go to the shading part. Just on the junction. Right, so, and before we do that, there's one space out here. So before we do our shade, we start our shading. So the shading, I told you, I'm just going to do the inner, this particular place, this inner this inner one, which is the junction where we have done the straight strokes. I'm just going to do the shading only on those parts. Only on those where we have the strokes. I'm just going to do that. Right? And I'm just going to see that when you do that, it will kind of give a depression and kind of give a nice effect. Just give a light, just pull it out with your stab or the tortillon. So that kind of gives you kind of a, you see it? Kind of gives you a nice, a little kind of inner, it's like a depression kind of a stuff it gives it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in the inner of this pattern, just around it. And I'm just going to pull that out. Right, and wherever we felt this has gone down, I'm just going to go and give that a little graphite, a very little graphite. So wherever we felt that this is on top and the other one, I'm just going to give that a little. That's it. Thanks. Right, now what we do is the one which is on the outer side, we're just going to draw the same thing but little further. We're just going to replicate the same thing but little further with a pencil. As I do, I notice that I've not done a round here, so I'm just going to go to that. So I just go replicate it. So wherever we had a line, so little down, not too close, not too far off, right? And again I do another one on the outer side. Just to give a little lift your work. Right? And all these junctions now I just go put the rounds. I'm not shading at the background, and I'm just going in doing in the junction. Wherever this junction is, wherever you can see it. Right, so it kind of gives you a kind of a thing which is kind of a lifted. we do is now we just go on the outer of this, just the outer of this, just the outer of this, and I'm going to use my I'm not doing inner side, I'm doing the outer side. That's it. So I just did just smoothen it out, the graphite what we put. That's the thing. If you want to give a little to this, to a body to this, you can just do a little. Yeah, we are done. We are done out here. So we have the same thing out here. Right? And I had done the same thing. I had done with the same kind of a pattern, not with the same pattern, the same string I had done it, and I use different things to do it, and just show you. I used a different pattern called sans swirls. I did that, and I just did a small bead on the corner for that, and I used a different one out here. I used another pattern and I did that. Right? And I did this on pink more on a purpose, is that pink, we always say that we represent it for the cancer survivor of the breast and for the people who suffer through it. So my mom was a survivor. At 80, when she was 80-year-old, she got it, and she's going to be in 89 in a day or two. I mean, 2 days later. So that's her birthday. So that was there on my mind, and I got to do it. So it's in the month of Feb is what we get celebrate, but I did it right now. So hopefully you liked it, and the most important thing, we need to own it up, appreciate, and sign it. So I'm just going to put my chop out here. And I think I'm not done a chop for this also, so I'll just go put the chop for this also. So hope you enjoyed it. If you want to ink these small orbs out here, you could do that also, which I just did for one, that's it. But I just felt it was just that plain was looking good, so I just left it like that. So you want to bring in more drama, you could do that, or you can just ink this up completely and leaving a small white surrounding space, and then you could do it however you want it, you could do it. So this is was a prompt by one of the Japanese certified Zentangle teacher, Sayomi, and this is the pattern we used, was a puzzle, which is by Angie Van Gallis, certified Zentangle teacher. Right, so hope you guys enjoyed it. So let's join again in for tomorrow, next class, next week, Tuesday. Till then, see you all, and you could just keep a watch. I'll be putting on some of my classes now in my advanced classes, so if you're interested to message me. And thanks, Krista. So if you really wanted to spread it, just spread it to your friends, family, let them also enjoy it, and do drop your gratitude to me by putting some nice comments about the session, and I'm sure you liked it, so you can put it on my IGTV when I get it saved, right? And if you need it, you can watch it on my YouTube. I hope I get to save it. So the last session is there in the YouTube. So because in YouTube you can do pause, go back, do that, so you do your comfort. So it's there on my YouTube. You can follow it as the same as Maya's Arts, so you will find it, or the link is there on my bio. So if you click on my bio, you will find the link to my YouTube. Thanks, Tina. Waiting to see you all, your creations, right? So I've done this in the square. What I did, what I showed you was the take on a different, was on my complete, it's on a round Zentangle tiles. And if you're in India, I do supply these tiles, so if you need it, you can reach out to me, so then I can send you the details of the tiles what I have. So whatever papers I use, I have them on different shapes. So if you're in India and if you need these supplies, you can message me. Right, see you all next Tuesday. Till then, see you all, happy week, ciao, and buenos dias for the people who are from the Spain and the other side, and good morning to the people from the USA, and good afternoon for the people from the UK. So see you all next Tuesday, which is my 50th session, and this is my second year of my starting as my certified Zentangle teacher. So let's see you all next Tuesday. Bye. Unless if someone has got something to ask me, right? So let's sign off. See you all.